In this question, we are asked to find the equation of the hyperbola whose axes are the coordinate axis. One vertex is -3, 0 and the eccentricity is root of 5 by 2. Alright, let's begin. So, we have with us a hyperbola with the coordinate axis as its own axis, which means the center is the origin 0, 0. It's also given to us that a vertex is -3, 0 and that the eccentricity is root of 5 by 2. Alright, we've already learned that eccentricity E is root of 1 plus b square by a square. Right? So here E square can be written as 1 plus b square by a square directly. So from this, we can say that E square, we have the value of E as root 5 by 2. So E square becomes 5 by 2, which tells me that b square by a square is 5 by 2 minus 1, which is 3 by 2. Alright, so I have b square by a square as 3 by 2. I'm trying to find the equation of this parabola. Now, how do I find A? To find A, I take the vertex. The vertex is given to me, -3, 0. The distance between this vertex and the center, is the semi-transverse axis. You can say that is A. So, distance between the center and the vertex is A. And from 0, 0 to -3, 0, obviously the distance is 3 here. So, A has to be equal to 3. Now, if I find the value of B, I'm sorted, right? So, let's look for B square here. B square is 3 by 2 into A square, which becomes 3 by 2 into 3 square. So, B square can be written as 27 by 2. The equation of my hyperbola here, you can see that its transverse axis is along the x-axis. The conjugate axis is along the y-axis. So, here I can write that as x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. So, this becomes x square by 9 minus y square by 27 by 2 equal to 1 here. Alright, so this can be rewritten in a much simpler fashion. I'll take 2 up to the numerator. So, I get x square by 9 minus 2y square by 27 equal to 1. Now, let's check with our options. So, here clearly, I'm looking at option A. And hence, this will be our correct answer. Got that? If the latus rectum subtends a right angle at the center of the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1, then the eccentricity E would be. We'll just simply need to find the eccentricity E of this given hyperbola. Alright, so let's begin. We have with us the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. So here's the figure with us. We have to look for the coordinates of the endpoints of the latus rectum. Alright, the endpoints of the latus rectum will be determined by plus or minus b square by a. Alright, the height. Now this part, the x part will be AE because it's on the line where the focus lies. Alright, so it will be AE comma plus or minus b square by a. Alright, so here we mark one point. The other point will obviously be AE comma minus b square by a. Right? Now, what do we do here? We are told that these endpoints of the latus rectum subtends 90 degrees at the center. Where's the center? The origin. It's x square by a minus y square by b equal to 1. So, it subtends 90 degrees at the origin. So, there we go, 90 degrees at the origin. Now, I want you to notice one thing. Alright, so here it's 90 degrees. You can see the symmetric nature here in this triangle about the x-axis. Alright, so the x-axis divides this triangle into two congruent triangles. So you can see 90 degrees formed here. You can see that this will become 45 degrees and the lower will become 45 degrees. So what does this speak about this angle here? It will be 45 degrees as well. So here you can directly say that this length AE will be equal to this height B square by A. So that's the conclusion here. AE, the value of AE, the numerical value, will be equal to B square by A. All of them are positive. Alright. So A is equal to B square by A is one thing we get. Next, for any hyperbola, this is true. What is true? B square equal to A square into E square minus 1. Right? So, using both these equations, we'll be trying to find the eccentricity. Alright. So, to find the eccentricity, what would I do? I'll rewrite the first equation as B square equal to A square into E. Okay. So, the first equation is B square equal to A square into E. I'll substitute that into the second equation. So, now I get this as A square into E equal to A square into E square minus 1. How convenient. A goes off. Sorry, A square goes off. Alright. So, I get E square minus E minus 1 equal to 0. This is what I obtain. Alright. So, what can I say about E? E will be minus B plus or minus B square minus 4AC will be 1 plus or minus, 1 minus 4 into minus 1, which becomes 1 plus 4 and hence root of 5 divided by 2a. So I get E as 1 plus root 5 by 2 or 1 minus root 5 by 2. Which one do we take? We obviously take E equal to 1 plus root 5 by 2. Why is that the case? If I take 1 minus root 5 by 2, E becomes negative. Remember, for a hyperbola or for any conic, E will be positive. And for a hyperbola in particular, E has to be greater than 1. Alright, so the value of eccentricity I get is root of 5 plus 1 by 2. Got that? So now let's look at our options. So clearly, we are looking at option B, root 5 plus 1 by 2, and hence this will be a correct answer. Got that? In this question, it's given to us that a normal is drawn at one end of the lattice rectum of this given hyperbola, and the normal meets the axis at the points A and B respectively. We'll have to find the area of triangle OAB, where O is the origin. Alright, let's begin. Now, we have our given hyperbola, which is the standard hyperbola, x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. Fine. Now, we are told that the lattice rectum, okay, one end of the lattice rectum has a normal passing through it. So, before we continue with this, let's find one end of the lattice rectum. We know that that will be going through the focus. So, it will be AE comma B square by A. So, let's assume the lattice rectum. We are taking this end of the lattice rectum, AE comma B square by A. Now, it's given to us in the question that a normal passes through it. Okay, there's a normal that passes through the point L, AE comma B square by A. So, how do we find the equation of the normal? For that, we use the formula. We use the equation of the normal at the... Okay, so if a normal passes through the point x1 comma y1, which lies on the hyperbola, we say that the normal is a square x square by x1 plus b square y square by y1 equal to a square plus b square. Alright, so we have this as the normal given to us. Now, it's given to us that it goes through the point. This normal has to go through the point L, which is one end of the lattice rectum, AE comma B square by A. So, this normal is applicable for the point x1 comma y1. So, we take that as L, which means instead of x1, I can place AE. Instead of y1, I can place B square by A. What does this equation become? It becomes AX. So, you can see A cancels out and A square cancels out from the numerator. We get AX by E plus. Here we can see that B square terms cancel out. A bumps to the numerator. So you get AX by E plus AY equal to A square plus B square. Okay, we have this much with us. So we substituted x1 comma y1 for AE comma b square by a. Now, here what I do is I write this line. This is the equation of the normal. So I write this equation in the intercept form. So this is a straight line which I write in intercept form this way. This will come out like this. I'll divide the whole thing by a square plus b square, which makes my RHS 1. So then this becomes ax by e into a square plus b square plus ay divided by a square plus b square equal to 1. Now, what I'll do is, I'll remove the constants from the numerator and bump it down to the denominator's denominator. Okay, so ax by e into a square plus b square becomes x by e into a square plus b square divided by a. Similarly, ay by a square plus b square becomes y by a square plus b square by a. So we have our intercepts here. Okay, so my x-intercept, will be e into a square plus b square divided by a. What is the x-intercept here? You can see from the figure, OA is what I'm referring to. Alright, x-intercept OA comes out like this. The y-intercept OB comes out as a square plus b square divided by a. What are we trying to find? We are trying to find the area of triangle AOB. Okay, this will be equal to half into base into height. Now, this triangle AOB, as you can see, is a right angle triangle. So directly, OA is the base, OB is the height. Half into OA into OB is what I'm looking at. OA into OB would be E into a square plus b square divided by a into a square plus b square divided by a for OB. Okay, so this is half, this is the base, half into base into height. Alright, so this is what I get for the area. Now let's take this forward and simplify this. Now area of triangle OAB would be this. E into a square plus b square divided by a into a square plus b square divided by a. Now I'll write this as half into, I can simply remove the mod because a and b are already positive. I'll keep it that way. So I'll remove the mod first. And then this becomes e into a square plus b square, the whole square. There are two a square plus b squares here. And in the denominator, there are two a's, which becomes a square. Now, this I can further write it as half into e divided by a square into a square plus b square. I'll write that as a square e square. So, a square plus b square, the whole square becomes a square e square, the whole square. Alright, I'll just write it like that only. A square e square, the whole square. Since a square plus b square equal to a square into e square for any hyperbola of this form. Alright, so this can be further written as half a square in the denominator, e into a power 4 into e power 4. So e into e power 4 together becomes e power 5. So I'll get my final answer as a square a power 4 cancels out to give a square in the numerator and e power 5 in the numerator divided by 2 square units. This will be the area of triangle OAB. Now let's check with our options. A square into e power 5 by 2 is option B here, and hence B will be our right answer. Got that? The coordinates of a point on the hyperbola x square by 24 minus y square by 18 equal to 1. Nearest to the line 3x plus 2y plus 1 equal to 0. So, we have our hyperbola here and a line here. We'll have to find the points on the hyperbola. The point on the hyperbola closest to this line. Okay, we have x square by 24 minus y square by 18 equal to 1 as our hyperbola. And our given line, we'll write it in standard form first. Y equal to mx plus c. So, for that, I can rewrite that as y equal to minus 3x by 2 minus 1 by 2. So this will be line which I call L. Okay, so this is the line L, y equal to minus 3x by 2 minus 1 by 2. Now I have to find the point on the hyperbola which is closest to this. Okay, so how do we go about this? For that, we find the equation of the tangent. Okay, the tangent, obviously the equation will be y equal to mx plus or minus root a square m square minus b square for a hyperbola. Okay, so the slope m here is given to be minus 3 by 2. We'll find the equation of the tangent this way. But why are we finding the equation of the tangent? We are looking for the tangent because the point closest to this, okay, the point closest to line L will lie on the hyperbola in such a way that its tangent is also parallel to that given line. Okay, which means the given line has slope minus 3 by 2. The point at which it is closest to this line, all right, so that point will have a tangent parallel to the given line L. All right, so that slope will also be minus 3 by 2. So that is why I'm looking for the equation of tangent with given slope m equal to minus 3 by 2. Are you with me till here? All right, now let's proceed. So here I can see that the equation is minus y equal to minus 3x by 2 plus or minus root of a square m square minus b square. A square is 24, b square is 18. So I get 24 into m square. M square is minus 3 by 2 square, which is 9 by 4. Minus b square becomes minus 18. This is what I get. So 4 and 24 cancel to give 6. 6 into 9 is 54. 54 minus 18. All right, 54 minus 18 is 36. Root of 36 is 6. So I get my tangents with slope minus 3 by 2 as y equal to minus 3 by 2x plus or minus 6. Okay, so these are the two lines I'm getting, L1 and L2. All right, so here I get y value as minus 3x by 2 plus or minus 6. These will be the two tangents. Okay, so we have this. We will take this forward and find the point of contact here. Okay, the point of contact, how do you find it? The point of contact of these tangents. Okay, so it's not L here, it's L1 and L2. Okay, L1 and L2 are denoted by minus 3x by 2 plus or minus 6. Okay, so L1 and L2 is here. L was 3x by 2, 3x plus 2y plus 1. All right. So now we have to look for the point of contact. So we have our points here. Okay, the point of contact of L1 with the hyperbola is A and the point of contact of L2 with the hyperbola will be B. How do we get the point of contact here? Minus A square m by C, comma, minus B square by C. All right. We get minus a square m by c, comma, minus b square by c. A square is 24, m is minus 3 by 2, and c is plus or minus 6. So that is why I'm getting two cases here. Two different points are there, A and B. All right. So A, I get it as minus 6 by 3, and B, minus 6, comma 3, and B becomes 6, comma, minus 3 here. All right. With me till here? Now, which of these points, now the question changes to which of these points, okay, would be closest to this line L. All right. So, the line 3x plus 2y plus 1 equal to 0, the distance should be minimum. Okay. So, from point A to the line L, what is the distance? The distance would be given by mod of 3 into minus 6. So, instead of x and y, I substitute that here. 3 into minus 6 plus 2 into 3 plus 1 divided by root of 3 square plus 2 square. This comes out to minus 18 plus 6 plus 1. Minus 18 plus 7, which becomes 11 by root 13. Okay. Now, from point B to L, what will that distance be? From point B, 6 comma minus 3 to L, you will get the distance as 3 into 6, which is 18. minus 2 into 3 plus 2 into minus 3. Same thing. Okay, 18 minus 6 is 12 plus 1 divided by root of 3 square plus 2 square again. And this comes out to 13 by root 13. Okay, so 18 minus 6, 12 plus 1 is 13, 13 by root 13, which is, I'll keep it like this because I'm going to compare both. So clearly tell me, where do we get the minimum value, from point A or from point B? The distance to the line L, which is minimum, from point A or from point B? It is obviously from point A, 11 by root 13. So the point A will be my actual answer here. Okay. You could have looked at the figure and said point A looks closer, that is there. But we have properly found out which is closer. Okay, A is minus 6, 3 here. Let's mark it in our options. Minus 6, 3 is option D, and hence this will be our right answer. Got that? In this question, it's given that the asymptotes of a hyperbola having the center 1, 2 are parallel to these given lines, these two given lines. Now, if the hyperbola is given that it passes through 5, 3, find its equation. Alright, let's begin. We are given the asymptotes parallel to these two lines. Okay, so I can add a constant, mu and lambda. And what will happen? These will become the asymptotes because they are parallel to this. So the asymptotes will become 2x plus 3y plus lambda equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y plus mu equal to 0, since it's parallel. Alright, only the constant term is the difference. Now, here it's given that these asymptotes, okay, passes through 1, 2. The hyperbola has center 1, 2, which means asymptotes meet at the center of the hyperbola, which is 1, 2. So this makes it easy to find lambda and mu, doesn't it? So just substitute 1, 2 into these lines to find lambda and mu. Alright, so this is what I did. X became 1, y became 2 for both these equations. Now from this I can say that lambda will be equal to minus 2 minus 6, which is minus 8. Alright, and then mu becomes minus 3 minus 4, which is minus 7 here. Okay, now we have the asymptotes equation. Basically, my asymptotes are 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 7 equal to 0. These are the asymptotes I have. Now I'll combine to find the pair of asymptotes. Okay, the pair of straight lines that are my asymptotes here would be 2x plus 3y minus 8 into 3x plus 2y minus 7 equal to 0. This is my combined equation for my asymptotes. Okay, so this is here. Let's carry this forward. We have this equation here. Now, here we are looking for the equation of our hyperbola. Okay, so if you have your asymptotes equation as a equal to 0, the equation of my hyperbola and the equation of my asymptotes simply differ by a constant term. Okay, instead of lambda, I'll add k here. Basically, the idea is the combined equation of my asymptotes and my equation of the hyperbola differ simply by a constant. So here, the equation of hyperbola will be this combined equation of the asymptotes plus some random constant k. Okay, so I'm going to bring it here such that this entire equation is a hyperbola. Now, there is something else given to me in the question, that this hyperbola here passes through a fixed point, 5, 3. This makes life so much easier. What do we do now? Tell me. We just take 5, 3 and put it directly into this equation. What does it become? This becomes 10. So, yeah, I'll write it neatly. This becomes 2 into 5 plus 3 into 3 minus 8 into 3 into 5 plus 2 into 3 minus 7 plus k equal to 0. So here, this becomes 5 into 2 is 10 plus 3 into 3 is 9 minus 8 becomes 11. This into 3 into 5 is 15. 15 plus 2 into 3 is 6. Now 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 minus 7 is 14. So I get 11 into 14 here. All right. Is this much clear? So 11 into 14 plus k equal to 0. From here I can conclude that k is nothing but minus 11 into 14. What's 11 into 14? That's 140 plus 14, which comes up to 154. So k is equal to minus 154. Okay, so the equation of my hyperbola will hence become 2x. Okay, so my hyperbola will hence be 2x plus 3y minus 8 into 3x plus 2y minus 7 plus k, which becomes minus 154, equal to 0. We'll have to look for this in our options. So we see that 2x plus 3y minus 8 into 3x plus 2y minus 7 minus 154 is option B, and hence B will be our correct answer. Got that?